North Carolina banknotes from your hometown. In this video, we are going over what we call national banknotes. Now, these are all genuine United States banknotes that were issued for specific banks around the United States. Today, we're going over bills from North Carolina. Now, if you have one of these rare bills, you could be sitting on a good amount of money. Now, like I said, these are all genuine United States notes, and what's interesting about them is they have a bank name on them. So let's just go ahead and hop into this video with this $5 bill from the First National Bank of Salisbury, North Carolina. Now, if I butcher any of the names in this video, I do apologize. But this one has a charter number 2981, and that charter number is a specific identifying number that is attached to that specific bank. So there's no other bank with charter number 2981 other than the First National Bank of Salisbury, North Carolina. This one got graded by PCGS at a very fine 20, and this $5 bill was able to sell for $341.60. All right, this next one is what we call a large size bill. So these are before 1928. This is a 1909 $20 bill from the National Bank of Fayetteville, North Carolina. You can see the condition of this bill is not so nice, but PMG graded it at a very fine 20. This is a charter number 5677, and it's sold for $780. Here is a $10 bill from the First National Bank of Laurinburg, North Carolina, charter number 5651. This $10 bill was graded by PMG at a very fine 30, and it sold for $1,220. Now, I want to say that based upon the specific bank, the denomination of the bill, the condition of the bill, all of these factors really matter. Certain banks did not issue that many bills for that specific bank, and it all comes down to supply and demand. If there is a specific bank where there's a few collectors that really want to get their hands on the bills in combination with a low print run, then you're going to have a disproportionate between, how many were produced and the value. So essentially, people are going to be spending more money for bills like this because there's more demand and less were printed. Once again, $1,220. Here's a $10 bill from the National Bank of Kinston, North Carolina, charter number 9044. Now, I want to point out the fact that this bill was really cut poorly. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, man, why would a bill like this be cut so bad? Here's the reality. Back in the day, a lot of these banks were not actually cutting them with machines. They were done by hand by employees with scissors. Some of the banks that did better, they had more money, they had actual machines that would cut the bills because the Bureau of Engraving and Printing that was printing these was not cutting them up. They would just ship them little sheets of bills, and then the banks would get them and cut them up. That is why this bill is cut so poorly, but it sold for $1,464. All right, $20 bill from the First National Bank of Wilson, North Carolina. This is a charter number 2321, and it was graded by PMG at a very fine 25, and this one sold for quite some money, guys. It did sell for $4,880. That's a lot of money for this banknote. Here's a $5 bill. It's a 1882 $5 bill, large size, from the Commercial National Bank of Charlotte, North Carolina. This is a very sought after $5 bill, even though the condition is really not that good. It was graded by PMG at a choice fine 15, and it sold for $4,392. All right, here's a $20 bill from 1882. It's called a brownback bill. Highly sought after, very beautiful depictions on the left and the right there. Just a nice piece of U.S. history. This 1882 is from the Concord National Bank of North Carolina, charter number 3903, and this $20 bill sold for $7,500. All right, here's a red seal from 1902. It's a $10 bill from the First National Bank of Hendersonville, North Carolina, charter number 8837. This PMG graded very fine 25 bill sold for $7,930. If you come across any of the bills you saw in this video or any sort of North Carolina national banknote, you're going to want to reach out to a paper money expert. Please do not bring your bills to a local pawn shop. They will rip you off. And typically, coin shop owners don't know as much as paper money experts. Now, surprisingly, we're actually buyers of national banknotes. So what you can do is head over to oldmoneyprices.com and reach out to our team there. And we are actively buying national banknotes. So let us know what you have. We do hope you enjoy the video. We will see you guys in the next one.